Just talk about that. Just talk about that.
All right, well, I will start with the first story, which is actually great for all the Marvel fans out there. That ridiculous amount of money that was paid out to Fox, or offered to Fox to buy Fox, was accepted by the shareholders today, which basically closes the deal, since the Department of Justice had already said, yeah, go for it, you know. So it looks like Disney now owns all its own property back, and all the back catalog and everything for Fox.
Yeah, one thing I found really funny when I read this, it only took 8 minutes for them to decide this. That's how much money. It's like, you know, that's how many minutes they give you when you run into a shopping center to do one of those, like, buy as much groceries as you can in 8 minutes.
Fill all the carton. It's all yours.
That's what they did.
Yeah.
Fill the cart with money, and when you get back, it's yours.
How long does it take for someone to actually sign? Let's find out. You know?
And apparently, of all the people, there's only one single objection.
Oh.
So there's a crazy in every bunch. But this is awesome because, as you may have mentioned, X-Men and the Fantastic Four get to come back to Marvel. And
I would love to see the end of Avengers 4 with, like, all of a sudden the Silver Surfer shows up to warn them about this impending doom of Galactus or something. And that'd be such a great backdoor into introducing the Fantastic Four without having to go through the whole crap again of their backstory.
Is Feige still the showrunner?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then obviously he knows this too. Hopefully they can. There's like a lot of balls in the air with these movies and so many moving parts. It's like actually Doctor Strange's trip into the multiverse, and that's how complicated this is getting with Netflix shows and God, it's such a complicated universe. So I'm hoping they can somehow, in all that complexity, get these franchises back on track. Another interesting development, Altered Carbon, which you may know has been renewed for a second season, has Anthony Mackie, who you may know as the Falcon, replacing Joel Kinnaman. And that is crazy because although these are sleeves and people can, he could be multiple people, it still is weird when you start to really like a character and you get into him so much and all of a sudden he's gone. But that's apparently happening. But I read another article in the Hollywood Reporter where Joel won't rule out that he'll come back as a cameo or maybe a flashback, or maybe he'll get his sleeve back. We don't know the story.
Or someone will also have the sleeve.
Yeah. So and then he can come back that way.
Imagine the bad guys wearing his sleeve. I think that'd be amazing acting.
God, I haven't even thought of that. I was like, I'm thinking in like normal TV show linear terms. I'm not thinking in their universe of how he can return.
It's like borrowing someone's car. Imagine the bad guy has your car.
His consciousness, as we know, can be virtual as well.
And we saw that in the actual series where people were bouncing around in different sleeves and stuff.
I thought Legion was complicated. This is complicated.
No, Legion is complicated.
Oh, it is complicated.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yes.
We can do 7 hours of just, on that, but...
It really puts our logo to work, What the fuck?
Oh, God. Why are we doing a podcast on how confusing... I mean, I like Legion, but it's a confusing show. Anyways, never mind.
We'll talk about it
next time.
Problem is our podcast will be longer than the series.
And they already are.
Yeah.
What you're hearing now took 7 hours to edit.
Yes.
It was actually 7 hours long. It took us 7 hours to edit.
There's 19 people behind us setting everything up and monitoring this, and they're tired.
Oh, God. Well, for Spider-Man fans out there, good news. Spider-Man Far From Home, the sequel, I believe, to Spider-Man Homecoming, produced by Marvel for Sony, is... I read Newman Akar. I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly. He's reportedly playing the character Chameleon in that. He suggested via set pics and the hashtag Kobe Mulders. Smolders? Oh,
she's Canadian.
Kobe Smolders. Okay, that Agent Maria Hill will be involved. Of course, we saw her disintegrate in the events of Infinity War.
Yeah.
So apparently, this movie is set in after the sequel to Infinity War, so we can safely assume that everything's going to be reset. The biggest unkept secret in the world.
I know Coulson and Samuel Jackson are in Captain Marvel.
Okay.
But I could see Maria Hill too.
They're going to do some of that. You mentioned...
Actually, no, it's a flashback to the 90s, eh? I have no idea how old her character is.
Well, she'll be like in grade school, and they'll be together.
You know what I would love to see?
Dora the Explorer.
I would love to see Agent Carter come back.
No.
In the 90s, and they could age her a little bit as they
Yeah.
did already. I think that'd be wonderful. Even if they could just take a second to tie up all the loose ends left in the awesome TV show.
What really excites me about this Spider-Man Far From Home sequel is that Jake Gyllenhaal is going to be involved.
Yeah.
And he's going to be playing Mysterio.
One of my favorites.
Yeah, so like, and everything I've ever seen him do is just mind blowing. I'm talking about where the one where he keeps reliving his moment on the train.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he's been in some of he's the most underrated sci-fi actor.
Yeah, that's David Bowie's son. I can't remember his name. We made that.
He always tries to reinvent himself in the roles he's in. So I really want to see his version of Mysterio.
Yes.
And of course, Michael Keaton is returning as Vulture. So you got a lot of bankable stars in this.
Again, we don't know. Like we saw, his last words were to protect Peter. I enjoyed what I've watched that movie probably 4 or 5 times now, and you just don't get tired of it. You love all the action scenes, the humor, everything. It's just awesome to watch.
Thank you for watching this episode of the Convention Junkies podcast. Please like, comment and subscribe to see more videos like this one. To help us out, please donate through our Patreon page.